Hi, it's Chris Watkin here, and I'm joined by Harry Trueman, 32-year-old MD of 5-branch network CGT lettings in Gloucestershire. And in this video, I want to get to know Harry a little bit better. So, Harry, first question is, what's been your biggest regret of your life?
Biggest regret of my life? I honestly don't have any big regrets, really. I think everything I've always wanted to do, I've done.
Okay.
Probably, weirdly, I always wanted to live in central London and work there, and I never did that, and I feel like that time has passed now. I wouldn't do that now. I've got a family. But I've been travelling, I've got a career that
What's
I
made
like.
you do that? Because, you know, if you don't mind me saying, there's not many 29-year-old letting estate agents get offered the job to run a 5-branch network.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you must have pushed yourself before then to get there.
Yeah, definitely. I've always had this drive to be the best. Some people are driven by money, some people are driven by lots of different things. I always just want to be the very best that I can be at my role.
Are you a perfectionist?
Not really, no. I like things to be correct, but not really perfectionist. It's more how I like to be able to get the most done. So it's more speed and more having the most results rather than perfect results. If
I had your team just underneath you, mm-hmm. that report direct to you, if there's one thing if I'd ask them what's the best thing about you, what's the worst thing about you, what would those two things be?
Okay, best thing and the worst thing about me. So the best thing is I have the open door policy, but I actually do. I want people to come and talk to me. I like ideas. I always say to my teams, I can't be the one to come up with all the good ideas. So please, if you have good ideas or any kind of idea, please come and talk to me about it, because that could be fantastic. So we run focus groups and things like that with all different levels of staff, because I think there are a lot more ideas out there than I can come up with. The worst thing is on disc profiling, I'm a high D, so I can be quite domineering.
That's quite rare in a woman.
Yeah, well, I'm high D and high I, so the high I kind of softens the high D slightly.
Yes.
But yes, it is quite rare. I had someone tell me recently that I wasn't the highest D they'd ever had, but I was up there. So I'm quite domineering.
I can tell it's slightly softened with the eye as well.
Yeah.
Apologies for anyone that doesn't know disc, but check it out. It's an amazing way to judge a person. Not judge, but work out what makes them tick.
Yes, yeah. And when I had my results back, I read them out to my husband, and he was like, "This is completely accurate." Just as some things like the team might come in and they want to have a chat sometimes about personal life, and I'm kind of like, no, I need to know the answer to this question right now.
What profile is Sam, your husband?
He hasn't done it.
He hasn't he?
No, I think we
Have you worked out what he is yet?
No, I guess maybe he would be quite high on the eye, I think. But yeah, maybe I need to do that with him.
I would if I was you. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I've done it with my wife. She doesn't know I've been, and we are complete opposites. But it does actually work.
Yeah.
What does a perfect weekend look like to you?
Perfect weekend would be lots of gin and tonic. Spending some time with my family, I have a very good core group of close friends, so seeing those, spending some time with those and my family, and just relaxing and obviously after lockdown, this is what we want. We want to see our friends and family, we want to hug our loved ones, so that would be perfect weekend to me at the moment.
Good stuff. And if I was taking you to the EA Masters and we're having a drink, what would you order from the bar? What's your favourite drink?
My favourite drink? Oh, like a cocktail or?
Anything.
I love gin. I'm a huge gin lover, so probably a gin and tonic. But then if we were going to go for a cocktail, maybe an espresso martini.
Okay.
Or a nice glass of wine.
Good. White or red?
It depends. Different times of the year. I like all of them.
Okay. Okay. So let's just say you're cooking. What's your signature dish?
Ooh, probably a lasagna.
Okay.
Nice and traditional.
And favourite pudding?
Creme brulee.
Creme brulee. Good stuff.
Yeah.
And do you listen to podcasts or books or anything like that?
No, I do. So I've got an English literature degree and creative writing, so I used to read 3 books a week. But since having a child and running a business, my time is a bit more limited. So I not so much at the moment. I read, every time I go on holiday, I read about 6 books in a week. But yeah, not so much now.
And where do you hope your next holiday to be?
So we are actually booked to go to Mallorca in June, but whether that happens or not.
Fingers crossed on that one.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years' time?
So there's a couple of routes available for me, I think, in the future. So obviously one of the obvious steps is that me and my husband both work in property, so there would be a step to go and open our own agency. There's obviously risks involved with that, and I think that would be difficult for me going to nothing when I'm used to running a business with 45 staff and 2,000 managed units. So that would be a big challenge. The other options available are that I would still be at CGT, and I buy in and become part owner with the other owners that are there at the moment, or I would go into the corporate arena, back into the corporate arena, and run one of the bigger agencies.
Thank you for your time today. I've loved to get to know you a bit better. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.